Hello, welcome to Africa Chatbot 2023. I trust you have been having a good time listening to various presentation and also the keynote speaking by other speaker. And I'm sure you have heard so many use cases and where the future of the generative AI and how it's going to evolve and revolution the future. Now, I'm super excited to share with you how you can use generative AI to help you prospecting on social media, especially you are in the B2B industry. In all of those sessions, and I trust you probably have personally have tried many of these applications that is powered by generative AI. You probably have tried to use the AI copywriting tool to help you writing the blogs for marketing purposes. You probably have used it for writing email, and in that blog, you probably equally have used Gen AI to help you creating images and video for your blog or your social media as well. If you run a tech team, you may have also used it for your team to help write code and help debugging. Now, all of those are not new to me, but I suspect what I'm going to share with you how to use Gen AI and use a Gen AI application for prospecting as a sales tool is what I'm going to share with you today. Now, I'm the founder of Engage AI. Since we launched early of this year, we already have 40,000 users around the world. So with all of those 40,000 around the world, they have been using it to help them with the prospecting and use it as a sales enablement. Through that experience and that time, we have learned that how this could be a game changer. And with that, we have built a step-by-step workflow. And this is what I am going to share with you today. If you are a technical founder, if you are in a technical engineering team, you can probably relate to the challenges of marketing yourself, knowing what the right thing to say, and how to sell the things that you want to sell, like I used to feel. And this could be a perfect opportunity, and Gen AI could help you changing the game. So, without further ado, we're going to focus on the Gen AI and how you can use Gen AI for sales and prospecting. And I say technical founder, but not only the technical founder. If you are in the if you are in the sales enabler, if you are SDR, actually one of my customer is actually a sales SDR for a very large mid-sized prospecting BDM company, and they help company in the US and UK and Europe to generate meeting and generate lead. And in fact, they are actually also using Engage AI to help them to do all of those things. So, what is Gen AI? And before we start, you probably have seen a lot of these comment on LinkedIn already. Comment like, thanks for sharing. Nice work. Thanks for sharing post or fire emoji. Now, a lot of these people, when they are making those comments, what they really try to achieve is actually they want to get the attention of their prospect. They want to get attention of the potential employer. They want to get the attention of the existing client. But do you think any of the prospect, when they see those sort of comment, are they going to remember these people who make this comment? The answer is no. You probably know that better than I do. But I can relate to the challenges that these people would have, though, because it took me a long time. And before I know how to write a really good comment and understand a good comment, I was equally writing this sort of comment. And equally, I could understand how challenging it could be to come out something unique to say. And that is what how Gen AI could be really useful in terms of doing the sales prospecting and making a comment in breaking ice. Now, before we go on to details on exactly how to do that, let's understand the why first. Why do you want to comment? Why do you want to comment on social media like LinkedIn, especially you are in the B2B sales? Well, the reason are obvious that it keep you in front of the prospect. It keep yourself on top of mind of your prospect and on top of your client. With that, it help you to increase the visibility. And when I say that increase the visibility, not only you are appearing in front of your prospect, the guy that you are trying to prospect, but also imagine if you are engaging, if you are commenting of the CEO of the MNC multinational company, people who is reading his post are equally going to see your comment. If you are comment on an influencer, people who are seeing those posts are equally going to see your comment as well. So not only commenting help you to get the attention of your prospect, you can get in front of his audience as well. What a better way to do that, right? And more importantly, it establish yourself as an expert. We are all product by association. When you are associating yourself with this expert, you could be also considered an expert. Now, more importantly is how you can actually use it to break the ice before sending a direct message. Now, I'm sure that many of you have received drip messaging from people who get connected with you. And once you get connected, they start sending you messages like, hey, book a time on my calendar. I can tell you about this service that I provide. Hey, download this ebook that I have written, how it will solve your problem. The reality of all of those messages, I could imagine every single day there are 10 of millions of these messages. Not only they are being ignored, they are equally considered as spamming. Because you know what? In the services and the industry that you and I are in the business that you and I are in, where a single product or services could cost thousands of dollars, if not or hundreds of thousands of dollars, nobody is going to make taking the initiative to book a meeting because of those cold messages and then say take my money, and that is just not possible. That is why it is so important to nurture them, to break the ice before sending them direct messages. Now, here is exactly of the learning that we have got with all our 40,000 users around the world, and exactly the workflow and how to do that I'm going to share with you. So, if you're a B2B business owner, if you're SDR, if you're enterprise BDM, or if you are a mid-sized CEO, you want to maximize the engagement with your prospect. You want to increase your personal brand and your personal reach. And of course, all that means is to bring you more leads and conversion. And you know that commenting as a strategy is working, but you have a challenges. The challenges is to how to craft a thoughtful comment, because crafting a thoughtful comment could take time. It take easily anywhere 3 to 10 minutes to write a thoughtful comment. And how do you do it consistently? And how do you consistently using it to create a meaningful conversation? That is the challenge and the use case here. So here is the solution and the workflow that we have followed and we have created. And I'm going to walk you through. It's 7 steps, very easy to follow. And if you want a copy, by all means, reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to share you a copy. The very first step is identify the key prospect. And the reason why I'm saying that is very, very important, because I suspect that many of you would have probably somewhere around 2 to 5,000. If you are an influencer in a probably even have 10 to 15 first level connection or follower. Now, realistically, not all of them are the people that you care about. Not all of those people you want to prospect. So I highly, highly recommend to use the Sales Navigator from LinkedIn, because with Sales Navigator, it comes with those additional filter and additional criteria where it allows you to go down to the very fine detail to find exactly those people that you are interested, whether they are your first level or your second level connection. One thing that I would highly recommend equally is that you see this box that I highlight in here. You probably also want to click that box where it say they posted on LinkedIn in the 30 days, because that is important for the next step that we are going to do. Once you have load all of these, I would also equally highly suggest that you would want to add them into Engage AI, so we can monitor those 50 or 100 people that you care about. Once you have identified all of these people, on the Sales Navigator or Engage AI, they will notify you when your target prospect are making a post or posting a content. And what you basically have to do is simply by using the Gen AI to draft a comment. Now, I believe how some of you might say, well, how can I can actually use this use the chat GPT to do all of this. Now, that is perfectly correct. Well, if you do use ChatGPT, you have to copy the content and you have to paste it into ChatGPT. You have to write prompt to say, hey, write me a comment in responding to these content. ChatGPT will generate a comment, and then you have to copy and paste back to the inbox, to the comment field, and then you have to add changing it. Now, all of those things means that there are 4 additional clicks and some writing. If you use Engage AI, all happen within your existing workflow. All you have to do, you just mouse over, choose the tone that you want, and it will draft the comment for you. So it's easy peasy and make you a lot more efficient. Once the engagement have drafted your comment, I always highly recommend that you want to personalize it, because you want to add your personal touch, you want to add your personal knowledge, you want to add your insight into those. ChatGPT is good to give you the idea, but I highly recommend you always add your personal touch in that, because at the end of the day, that comment is going to represent you of who you are. Once you have add your personal touch, click the post, comment, and voila, that is how you can do it. With that, we can reduce the touch point of 10 minutes down to just 10 to 15 seconds. Imagine the original 10 touch point would take you 2 hours. You can now do it under just 2 minutes. And when you are doing that consistently all the time, and you can do it more, imagine what is the impact of it. Imagine that this person that you are prospecting consistently seeing the engagement that you give to him whenever you post, they are going to remember you, or at least they will be curious to know who is this person who often is there to support or ask great question whenever that he posts. So that is the idea of the consistent engagement, and with AI, with Gen AI, is going to help you efficient and consistent. Once you have doing all the engagement, make sure that you monitor if there is any response. Make sure if you see they check out your profile, or even better, if that is a combination of all those two, or like in your comment, when they are checking out your profile, that is the time that you want to go to continue the conversation. And when that happens, you want to take that opportunity to start a conversation. And when you start a conversation, don't try to sell straight away, but continue where you left and continue talking about the content that they share, going around that topic. And that is how you start a conversation. And if you're lucky enough to have a conversation, find the opportunity to have deeper conversation. If possible, maybe you want to even consider taking that conversation out from LinkedIn, but into email. Why is that? Because we know that email will likely more to capture their attention. as people pay more attention on email, whereas the LinkedIn inbox could be a little bit challenging. And if you are going to speak with them with the email, continue with the Gen AI. Use ChatGPT to write you the email. And on the screen is an example that I have got for you to say, hey, ChatGPT, I have been talking to Jerry and we're talking about doing coffee. Write me an email and voila, that helps you, especially if you're a technical people. That would really help you to quickly come out eye-catching, attention-grabbing email. Make sure again you add your personal touch in there. If you can take the conversation to a Zoom meeting with Google Meet, with Zoom or Microsoft Teams, that is even better because that gives you the opportunity to get to know them better, to talk about all the things that they are facing in terms of challenge and the problem that they have. Equally, you then can have the opportunity to tell them the services that you could provide as well as your expertise. But is making sure that you use one of those note-taking plug-in available with the online video conferences. So a lot of these note-taking are even more advanced today. Not only where they are doing the transcription, they equally summarize the conversation, it summarize the meeting, and automatically highlight to you summary and what are the key items, what are the action items, and making sure that you have all the key important points in place. So that is how you could use Gen AI to help with your sales meeting in an online conferences or in a video meeting. Now, what all of this mean is that with the Gen AI use in helping you to break the ice using the commenting strategy or writing that email that will ensure your prospect would reply or helping you to take note in the online meeting. All of that means that you would have saved more time. You can do more. More importantly, though, it increase your engagement with the prospect. It increase the success rate of building a relationship and have a successful meeting. And that is what we are really trying to achieve today. So here's a recap that I have shared with you. Generative AI is super useful if you are a technical founder, but by all means, it is equally useful for the SMB or enterprise BDM to help you to prospect, to build relationship, and to help you to sell the product and the services that you and your company provide. You could use it in commenting, you could use it in email writing, and you could use it in the note taking with the video conferences. And most importantly, remember to monitor and pay attention and focus on those 50 to 100 people that you really care about, that matter to your business, rather than the 2 to 5,000 people in your first level connection. Now, it has been time flying, I think, the session. And well, again, my name is Jason Ten. If you are interested in having a copy of the presentation, by all means, reach out to me on LinkedIn or scan the QR code to find me. And if you want to learn more about the Engage AI, and especially if you want to learn more how Engage AI or what I have shared today could help you to do more and for the sales enablement in the B2B industry, by all means, reach out to me on LinkedIn or scan the QR code. If you have any question, now is the time to ask. But otherwise, has been wonderful. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day with the African Chatbot. It's a wonderful conference, and I have been my pleasure speaking